Okay, I'm going to show you how to make some homemade biscuits, and I've done this a couple times in a couple other videos. And what we're going to do here, I'm going to do this as a separate video, so any other time that I want to make biscuits, I'm just going to put a link in the description, and you'll be able to go back and you'll be able to see how I do this. Okay, so here's what we've got. On a normal batch of biscuits, it's 2 cups of flour, 1/4 cup of shortening, and 3/4 cup of milk. So this is a batch and a half because I need the extra to be able to cover the top of our Dutch oven here. So this is 3 cups of flour. So this is a 1/4 cup of shortening. And this is regular shortening. Don't get the whipped shortening. You won't be happy with the outcome. Matter of fact, I think I got some in the cabinet and he's thrown it away. It's been here forever. It just is not the same. So that's our first 1/4 cup of shortening. I don't have an 1/8 cup measurement, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill my 1/4 up again, and I'm going to take half of it. So make sure when you do that, you press it down in there so you get all your air pockets filled in. And we're just going to take half of this one. The other half I'm going to put back into the container. Get that in there. That's close enough. Now the trick when you do this is you want to cut your shortening into this flour first. So you just want to break the shortening up, get it mixed into the flour. Pretty simple. Very simple, very easy. Now you get all the big hunks of shortening broke up, mixed into the flour. Okay, now we're going to start with our milk. Okay, so it was for a normal batch. Remember, it was 2 cups of self-rising flour, and then 1/4 cup of shortening, and 3/4 cup of milk. But since we're doing a batch and a half, we have 3/4 cup of milk, and then take half of that, and that's 3/8. So what we've got here is 1 1/8 cups of milk. So we're just going to start pouring this in. And you want to stir from the outside into the middle. And be gentle with it. If you stir it too hard, you're going to have tough biscuits. And biscuits are something that it takes a few times of making them. I think when I made my first biscuits, they came out like rocks the first couple times. And they're just growing pains. You're figuring out how to do it. Just keep at it, and you'll get it figured out. The rest of the milk. And looking too bad. Here's what we're going to do here at the end here. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to have add a little bit more milk, a little bit more flour. Just kind of go by feel. But you want to start pressing this together. If you had to add, or if you have to add any extra milk, which I may have to add a little bit extra milk, you're going to go very small amounts, so you're going to be chasing it back and forth between adding flour and adding milk. So kind of want to give it some time, let the ingredients all absorb together. Nothing too bad. Get just a little bit more milk. Hold on just a second. I should have left it out. That one had to leave. When I say just a little bit more milk, I mean just a little bit more milk. You'll be surprised what that little bit more milk will do. I think it's coming together pretty nice. This is going to be our topping. We're going to put this over here on top of in the Dutch oven. Then we're going to stick it in the oven and put it on broil, and that's going to finish off our biscuits. And here in just a second, I'll show you how that's looking here in just a minute. And if you noticed, I didn't put more than probably another tablespoon of milk in this, and it was looking like it was way too dry. But if you can see, it's pretty well. It's coming together really nice. Using stuff out the sides. Alright, there's our biscuits. You can see it or not. There's our biscuits. And they came together pretty good. Guess I could have turned that light on over there so you guys could see better. I could go and do that. Maybe turn the light on.
No, it's good. It's good.
So anyway, that's our biscuit dough. Like I said, I'm going to include this in this video, but I'm also going to put up a separate video. So anytime I ever say homemade biscuits, I'll just put a link in the description and you guys can go and watch this and see how it's done. Alright, this is my biscuit video that I said in the, I think it was called News Stew. I said I was going to do one of these, that way I don't have to waste 10 minutes of everybody's time watching a video. I just put a link in the description. So, the other part of the video in that, it shows you how to mix up your biscuits. So this is just going to like continue it, because the other one basically was going on top of a Dutch oven. This one is actually going to be for drop biscuits, and this is how I like my biscuits. So here's what we're going to do. You just want to take some shortening and grease up your pan. You got to grease up that pan. So that was pretty simple. Get that out of the way. Here's our biscuits. And it's pretty much the same thing, except in the other one I I made them a little bigger and a little flatter because they were, I guess they were just trying to cover that stew. So when I make a drop biscuit, that's really about what I do right there. You can see the thickness, a little bit smaller than what I did in the stew. That's about what we're going to end up with right there. So I'm going to make all these up and I'll be back. Alright, we end up with about 9 almost the same size biscuits. We're going to put those into a 425 degree oven, and then they'll probably take them, I don't know, 10 or 12 minutes. So this is kind of the difference between a drop biscuit and then what we put on top of the in the Dutch oven. So I wanted to do that because I wanted to include this because I don't have to make another biscuit video. So we'll just put a link in the description every time. When these get done, I bring them out. Come back and show you what they look like. All right, here we go. Our biscuits. I don't know. They took about 13 or 14 minutes. When they start to get a little bit brown on top, look here. Here's our plate of biscuits. Now they're browned on the bottom, a little bit of brown on top. That's when I took them out. Get them off that baking sheet as soon as they come out if they're browned on the bottom, or they'll end up burnt. So it was 425 degrees, took 13 or 14 minutes. It was 2 cups of self-rising flour, a 1/4 cup or so of shortening. I just put it in there, I didn't measure it, and then 3/4 cup of milk, and then probably a couple more tablespoons of milk, and you got your own homemade biscuits. And all right, that's how the biscuits roll. My biscuit video. Yo yo yo.